Welcome back to another lesson. In our last lesson, we learned the top 10 English verbs. The top 10, the most important English verbs you need to learn. In this video, we're going to look at the next 10. So let's jump right in. We're going to consider, once again, the present tense, the past tense, and the continuous tense with a lot of example sentences. So let's jump right into it. The first verb is see. See. For I, we, you, they, we use see. For he, she, it, we use sees. Let's look at the examples. Do you see the boy sitting over there? Do you see the boy sitting over there? He sees his mother once a week. He sees his mother once a week. What's the past tense? The past tense is saw. Saw. I saw the most beautiful horse today. I saw. Sorry, I just saw your message. A useful phrase when you're late seeing a text message or a message on Facebook or somewhere else. I just saw your message. The continuous tense is seeing. Yeah, very simple, just adding the ing, right? Seeing. We are seeing only the beginning of the virus. Many people think that. We are only seeing the beginning of the virus. Keep in mind, when we use seeing, it's very difficult. We wouldn't say, I'm seeing you. I'm seeing TV. I'm seeing my book. So keep in mind, we don't use see very often in continuous tense. We have to use it in very specific situations. Seeing. Seeing the pictures made him smile. Seeing the pictures made him smile. Let's go to our next verb. Our next verb is come. Come. I, we, they, you, come. He, she, it, comes. Simply adding an S, comes. She comes to visit me every day. She comes to visit me every day. When they come home, let's have dinner. When they come home, let's have dinner. The past tense, came. Came. I came to pick up my books. Came. I came. Jim came home around 11 p.m. and went to bed. Jim came home. Came. The continuous tense is coming. Coming. Sweetie, when are you coming? Maybe you might say this to your son or your daughter. Sweetie, when are you coming? When are you coming? I got in a car accident while coming home. Coming. Our next verb, want. Want. I, we, you, they want. He, she, it wants. Wants. The pronunciation can be a little bit tricky. Wants. He wants to get married and have children. He wants. What does he want? What does he want? The past tense, wanted. Wanted. I wanted a new car, but it was too expensive. I wanted. They wanted to play soccer after school. They wanted. The continuous tense, wanting, wanting. Wanting to eat quickly, she bought fast food. Wanting. Also with wanting, we can only use this in specific situations like these examples. When we use the word want, we don't usually say the continuous tense. I want. We just say I want. I want a new bike, right? But when we use something like the perfect past tense, I've been wanting, then we would use with ing. So use very specific sentences with the continuous tense, wanting. Like this, wanting to eat quickly, she bought fast food. Our next example, anyone wanting to learn English should practice every day. If you want to learn English, practice every day. Anyone wanting to. If you are wanting to learn English, practice every day. That is my tip for you. Let's move on to our next verb, look. Look. I, we, you, they, look. He, she, it, looks. Look at the bird over there. Look at the bird. Look. He looks really sharp today. He looks. Past tense, looked. This ed has a T sound. That's how you pronounce it, with a T sound. Looked, 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 looked. She looked very worried before her interview. She looked. I looked all over for my schoolwork. I looked. Looking, looking. She keeps looking out the window. She keeps looking. I'm looking for the library. Do you know where it is? I'm looking. Our next verb is use. Use. I, you, they use. She, he, it uses. Uses. Michelle uses her cell phone all day long. Michelle uses. She uses her cell phone all day long. Uses. You can use my phone if you need to. You can use. Continuous tense is using. Using. I'm using the computer right now. Using. Our second example, he's using an old toothbrush to clean. Using. Using. Our past tense is used. Used. With a D sound. Used. The boy used paper and glue to make his own book. The boy used paper and glue to make his own book. Used. We used the rest of the eggs to make French toast. We used. We used the eggs. Used. Our next verb is find. Find. I, we, you, they find. He, she, it finds. Some find it hard to wake up early. Find. She's so happy when she finds money. Finds. Our past tense is found. Found. The doctors found some new information. Found. Our next example, Henry found his backpack under his bed. Found. The continuous tense is finding. The simple adding the ing, finding. My mother is very good at finding things. She's very good at finding things. Finding. She's always finding new friends to play with. Finding. Our next verb is give. Give. I, we, you, they, give. He, she, it, gives. He gives a lot of money to charity. He gives. I would like to give you some help with your English. I would like to give. Give. Our past tense is gave. Gave. She gave her friend some of her snacks. She gave. Gave. My son gave me a big hug this morning. My son gave me. Gave. The continuous tense is giving. Giving. The teacher is giving the students a lot of homework. Giving. Giving makes you happy. Giving. Tell. I, we, you, they, tell. He, she, it, tells. I tell you every day. Practice. Tell. I tell you. And that's what you should do. If you want to learn English a lot, if you want to get it better, improve, you need to practice. Practice and practice. I tell you every day. All right, so tell. Jake tells the funniest stories. Jake tells the funniest stories. The past tense is told. Told. Andrew told Cindy to be careful. Told. I was told to be quiet in the movie theater. I was told. This means somebody said to me to be quiet. Told. The continuous tense is telling. After telling the story, everyone went to bed. John is telling everyone to work harder today. John is telling. Our next verb is work. I, we, you, they, work. He, she, it, works. My dad works every day from 9 to 5. He works. She works all night. Works. The past tense is worked. Again, we have a T sound. The ED makes a T sound. After the K, we make a K, T. Worked. Let's look at the examples. I worked the last 2 weekends. Worked. He worked at a family restaurant. Worked. He worked. The continuous tense is working. Can I call you later? I'm working right now. Working. I'm working on English lessons for you to enjoy. I'm working on new English lessons for you to enjoy. That's what I'm doing with my spare time. I'm busy working on many new lessons for you. So I hope you enjoy them. Our next verb is call. Call. I, we, you, they call. He, she, it calls. She calls me every day at 2 p.m. Calls. We call our grandma once a week. We call. The past tense is called. This ends with a D sound. Called. Called. She called me, but I missed it. She called me. Called. I called out for help. I called out. Call on the telephone is one meaning of this word, right? Call somebody. You use the telephone. Bring, bring, bring. Hello. This is one meaning of call. Or it can mean to call out. Hey, help me. Help me. This is another meaning of the word call. All right? I called out for help. Called. All right. Our continuous tense is calling. Calling. Hey, the guy over there keeps calling us. Calling us. Again, it's a shouting. Hey, you over there. Calling. Calling. Our next example, I'm calling my mom. I'm calling. All right, so that sums up the next 10 verbs. Now you're a master of the first 20 verbs, the most important 20 verbs in the English language. In our next video, we'll consider 10 more. Also, I'm going to be posting up some new videos that use phrases from each of these verbs. So for the verb come, we're going to have lots of common English phrases using the word come. And I'm going to give you, again, lots of examples. So stay tuned. Check out those videos as they come out and keep on practicing your English. I'll see you in the next video.